And the thing with our show is that we have to keep things accessible.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
We can't get too niche. We can't get too granular.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're right. I mean, to be honest, we're kind of at the point where we're running low on options.
Right.
I mean, if you wanted to get crazy, and I mean, there's countless toy lines out there you could do episodes on if you really wanted to,
Right,
but
yeah.
they're not going to have the cultural impact. People aren't going to know, because the success of our show depends just as much on the casual viewers as it does on hardcore toy nuts.
Of course.
And,
yeah.
And that's not going to happen.
So I guess
if
what you're
we're-
saying is I should not hold my breath for a Food Fighters episode.
It probably. I mean, don't rule anything out, but I wouldn't. Don't.
Season 32.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, right.
Don't make any plans for your Food Fighter viewing party.
Damn. Okay. Fine.
But that's kind of I'll take this opportunity to kind of transition over to a different topic, and that's kind of like where the internet is good for that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
When you're on YouTube or wherever and social media, and you have smaller but more focused followings,
Mm-hmm.
you can kind of do whatever you want.
Right.
And you can
Right.
talk about whatever you want. And so that's why I myself have started I'm working on a show now that it's going to be a streaming show. This is completely my little side project.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm
Hell yeah.
I'm collaborating on it with Rich Myrick, who is a producer who works over at Nacelle. And this is just our little for fun side project. This is not a real show. It has nothing to do with Nacelle. It's just a fun little thing that we are doing on the side. And it's called The Secret Compartment.
Mhm.
And it's basically a little, it's kind of like a little toy discussion show. But this is the show where we can get into the weeds on the weird and more obscure stuff. Or
Hell yeah.
if we're talking about something that is maybe more mainstream, like a Masters of the Universe or a Thundercats or a Star Wars or what have you, we can talk about it in a different context. This is a show for toy fanatics. Like, this is a more niche thing. It's more sarcastic and irreverent. I mean, it's just as much comedy as it is. It's kind of like how Toys That Made Us was. It's infotainment. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
So we're doing that. We're on Instagram. We're going to be streaming, depending on the length of the pieces of content we make. We'll be streaming on Instagram. We'll be streaming on Vimeo, because this is all very kind of DIY. And I just wanted to do something where I can do whatever the fuck I want, and I don't have to take notes from a executive producer or a network or a whoever, and I can just make this little show, and we can have some chuckles about it and laugh and have a good time. So I know YouTube's got all the foot traffic, but I don't know if it's going to work on YouTube because their copyright algorithms are so fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, I'm playing a little fast and loose with, commercials and songs. And I just want to do something that's fun, and I do what I want to do. We'll be on Instagram. We'll be on Vimeo. Probably not going to be on YouTube because I feel like their algorithms will take anything I put up down in 30 seconds. So...
Yeah.
But it's very like under the radar DIY. Like, this is my little side project. It's not a real show, but it's a whole. If you like to watch, I mean, God damn it, how many people are there now on YouTube doing toy shows now?
Oh yeah, there's so many now, and
you know all the names of all the people, and so my whole thing is, what can I do that all these people are not doing?
Mhm.
So that I'm kind of
Right.
approaching it from that angle. So
Okay.
if you like toys, but you like humor, you like a little crassness, you like to laugh, you like sarcasm, you'll probably like this show.
very cool.
So if you
Well,
like our show, you'll like that show.
I to be perfectly honest, I think there's definitely a Venn diagram of Gutter Boys listeners and people who either are or can be Secret Compartment viewers. So yeah, I
All right.
do
Hell
think yeah. So yeah, I think a lot of your listeners would probably watch the show and be like, oh, okay, I can actually tolerate watching this, because I know that's a problem with some of the YouTube toy content out there. Is it's.
you're right. Yeah. It
Yeah,
kind
I
of
gotcha.
it can de-evolve into a Love on the Spectrum segment, and you're just like, God, what am I listening to right now? But
Yeah, okay. That's a really delicate way of putting it. Yeah, exactly.